China continues to ignore criticisms of its vast network of detention camps and prisons in the western Xinjiang region. Human rights groups have increasingly put the spotlight on the Western companies that are investing there. One of the biggest is Germany's Volkswagen.
Urumqi, the capital of China's western Xinjiang region, home to Uyghurs and other minorities. This is one of the most heavily policed regions in the world. China's repressive policies against ethnic minorities have been called a genocide by some. Urumqi is also home to German car maker Volkswagen's most controversial investment. VW is the only international car maker to have a plant in the region.
We made the decision to build this factory more than 10 years ago. It was a decision made solely for economic reasons. There was no political motivation. The fact that it is now in a politically and socially sensitive environment worries us.
China has covered the region with a massive system of prisons, internment centres and re-education camps. Australia's Aspe Institute has documented 380 facilities across the region. Hundreds of thousands, possibly millions, have disappeared in these facilities. On a recent visit, I was constantly followed around and stopped from filming. Some of the facilities are official prisons, some are unmarked, and some are cynically designated as vocational training centres.
There are several levels of security, from high security prisons to just fenced compounds.
Kairat Samarkand, a Kazakh born in China, has spent several months in one of these so-called vocational schools in 2018. What they had to learn there had little to do with professional skills, he says.
In this camp, we had to sing the Chinese anthem and other communist songs. They taught us that China was the strongest country in the world, and we had to study materials about the 19th Communist Party Congress.
China is portraying the mass detentions as a means to provide opportunities on the job market. But there's growing evidence of forced labor inside the camps or after release, when former detainees have been forced to sign up with employment agencies. VW says there's no indication of forced labor in its operations.
We hire all our employees directly. They send their resume and we have a job interview. And then the HR department and the operating department make a decision based on the resume and the impression they gave. What has happened to them before is something that is hard for us to know.
Chinese authorities are aware of the controversy. My minders stay in their car this time, but they call a factory guard over.
Filming is not allowed here.
Did they just tell you?
No, I saw you from my window.
What did they tell you then?
They just supervise our work.
VW says it will stick to its investment, but the controversy is likely to remain. Economically, VW's investment never paid off. It was planned to build 50,000 cars a year here, but its output is less than half that.